C1. You are listening at FameTV.info. Night had fallen, and the neon lights were quickly expanding their influence, occupying the entire city in just half an hour. No one noticed that around the corner, a peaked cap was faintly discernible. Mo Xiaofei hid her body in the shadows with her camera, not wanting anyone to find out. The wind was cold, and she couldn't help stamping her feet in an attempt to get some warmth. However, her eyes kept staring at the busy YPR club. Damn it, why aren't you coming? If you want me to wait in vain, then let's see what he'll do. Ah, achoo. Mo Xiaofei gritted her teeth and said fiercely. Just as she muttered in her heart, she sneezed. While she was distracted, a black Maserati pulled up slowly from the distance and parked steadily in front of the YPR's main entrance. The shiny black car reflected the sign of the club as the waiter hurried to the door and opened it. A man in a silver gray suit slowly stepped out of the car. His curly, chocolate-colored hair made him stand out. Fragmented bangs hung in front of his forehead, and his long, thick, curling eyelashes, slightly moved by the neon light, looked particularly attractive. A pair of bright and slightly raised eyes, coupled with a straight nose, thin lips slowly curled up into a smile, slightly cool. With such perfect facial features embedded into his comic book face, he gave off a noble yet unruly feeling. His hand was casually resting by his side. With his golden figure, even if he only saw the back, he would still attract a woman's attention. It's Jin Lingfeng. Mo Xiaofei was dumbfounded just by looking at his back. She didn't think that this man was even more handsome than he was on TV. You can go back first. I'll take care of the rest. Jin Lingfeng, with one hand on the door, bent his body and spoke to the people inside, and then closed the door. Soon, the black Maserati disappeared from their line of sight, and only now did Mo Xiaofei clearly see his appearance. Jin Lingfeng was indeed famous in Asia and was indeed eye-catching. With his unparalleled face and perfect figure, he was neither red nor hard to look at, because of the occupational disease. While greedily looking at the handsome guy, Mo Xiaofei also wouldn't forget to press the button in her hand, letting out a slight "gotcha" sound. Jin Lingfeng frowned, slowly turning his head to look around. He did not see anyone suspicious, but he was not mistaken. That was the sound of the camera's button. Ding-ling-ling, ding-ling-ling. The crisp ring of his cell phone rang. Jin Lingfeng took out his phone and looked at the number on it. His face was filled with disgust as he quickly turned around and entered the YPR clubhouse. Mo Xiaofei looked at the camera in her hand. It only contained the photo of Jin Lingfeng standing in front of the YPR signboard. It couldn't be said that he had any scandal. No matter what, Mo Xiaofei, was a famous person in the paparazzi team. The news was unique, and it was 100% real, so she had a group of small fans. In order to dig up the news, she had to try it even if the YPR was still a dragon's lair or a tiger's den. She swallowed and quickly lowered her cap. She did not want anyone to discover that this was the most important rule for the paparazzi. She did her best to not stand out. Hello, this place only receives VIP. A black-clothed man blocked Mo Xiaofei's way. I think I saw someone I know. I'll go say my farewells and come out. Mo Xiaofei found a reason and pointed inside, but the opponent was still waiting for her to see. This move was ineffective. Alright, I'll leave now. Mo Xiaofei pouted. Seeing the other party relax a little, she hurried to stick close to him and said mysteriously, "You did not zip it." The moment the man looked down, Mo Xiaofei ran towards the door with her fastest speed, but was stopped by another man in black clothing. Mo Xiaofei gave a slight awkward chuckle, but was quickly thrown off the street by the two men holding hands. So painful. The camera and other hardware in her bag kissed her pitiful buttocks heavily, making her speechless. She quickly got up, but the two gatekeepers had already blacklisted her. They were staring at her and couldn't enter at all. As a professional dog, Mo Xiaofei didn't let the target escape from her clutches. She stuffed the cap into her bag as she knew that all the bugs in the bag were the water pipes in the back alley. Although it was just a small piece, it was enough for her to get in. while no one was looking, he hurried to the back alley of the clubhouse. It was very dark here, and there was only a yellow street lamp, suitable for attacking. He quickly found the white water pipe where the narrow window was half open. The heavens are truly helping me. Mo Xiaofei excitedly rubbed her hands together, her feet jumped up, hugging the water pipe tightly as she climbed upwards bit by bit. In less than a minute, she arrived at the finish line, gently opened the window, threw her purse in, and then slowly entered through the window. When she finally regained her balance, a drop of cold sweat flowed down her forehead. The three men who were holding up their pants looked at her in surprise. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.info, direct link in the description.